Hey y'all, welcome to another vlog. I've got my coffee here. It's super early in the morning because I had to get up and record early before I'm going to meet my friend Abby for lunch, and I really wanted to get this done. And drinking coffee immediately after you brush your teeth, not a pleasant experience, especially when you're drinking cinnamon dolce coffee and you just brush your teeth with mint toothpaste. That's a weird combo. Anyway, the purpose of this video is to let you know that I have failed miserably. Going off the carnivore diet was a huge mistake. I really thought because I had lost all this weight that maybe my hormones would be more under control and I would be able to handle myself around food. But it turns out I cannot and never will be able to again. Never have been able to, never will be able to. I did a strict carnivore diet for almost a year, and then I started to slide a little bit. I started to give myself permission to eat other foods. It started out with a salad. I was like, I could have a little side salad. It'll be fine, no big deal. Then I ate some mushrooms. Then I started to eat broccoli, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I can go off carnivore and I could eat oatmeal and fucking pancakes and crackers and apples. And that was a terrible mistake. I have gone off the rails. I have been binge eating junk food for days. So a lot of people ask me, Cindy, how on earth can you justify drinking Jack Daniels, but you think broccoli's gonna make you fat? Well, let me tell you a little something about PCOS, insulin resistance, and hormonal hunger. I don't think eating broccoli is going to make me fat in and of itself. I think eating broccoli and salad and mushrooms is going to lead to me giving myself permission to eat other foods like oatmeal and bananas and crackers. And that is going to lead to me binging Sonic milkshakes in the middle of the night. And that is exactly what has happened. When you have PCOS and insulin resistance, there's also a problem with your ghrelin hormone, which is your hunger hormone. So when you eat sugar and carbs, instead of like satiating you like I guess a normal person would feel full after they eat that kind of food, I feel more hungry and I need to eat more of it. I feel like I'm starving all the time. I feel like I cannot get enough food no matter what I do, and I have to just eat more sugar and more sugar and more sugar and more sugar. It feels like an emergency to me. If you have the same type of PCOS that I have and you have those extreme sugar cravings, you know what I'm talking about. It's almost out of your control. You feel out of control with food. And the only thing that's ever made me feel in control is to cut out all plant foods completely. So that's the reason why I can justify not eating broccoli and drinking alcohol, because having the occasional alcoholic drink does not do that to me as long as I drink something that doesn't have any sugar in it, like whiskey or bourbon or something like that. It doesn't send me down a spiral of binging and despair the way that eating something as simple as broccoli does. And it's not the broccoli itself. I'm not trying to demonize the food. It's just that in my fucked up mind, it gives me permission to continue down that slope, eating the things that I know are going to lead to a binge. And it's just so much easier for me if I cut all of that out and don't have any desire to binge sugar or carbs or food that are going to make me sick and fat and unhealthy. The only thing that has ever worked for me is the carnivore diet, and for some reason I thought that I could control myself and I could go off and I could be fine and I could eat normally like a normal person again. But I can't, because I do still have PCOS. There is no cure for it. You can manage the symptoms, but it's always going to be there, and I am always going to be a sugar addict. I'm always going to be a monster around sugar and carbs unless I can get rid of those cravings completely. And the only way to do that I have found in my 40 years of life on this earth and my probably 25 years of battling PCOS is to cut out all plant foods and eat a carnivore diet. Now, I have not always done the best with my diet because I went through a period of extreme depression and I wasn't eating the best. I wasn't eating a lot. I was drinking a lot. I wasn't eating the healthy foods that I needed. But I do believe that you can be healthy on a carnivore diet. It doesn't matter to me what anybody else believes. I know that to be true, and I have to do what works best for me. I can't do whatever random commenter 34 thinks I should do. I can't do what my friends think I should do, my family thinks I should do. I have to do what I know works for me. So I am going to be returning to a strict version of the carnivore diet, doing it as healthily as I possibly can, but also adding in supplements because I know myself and there's no way in hell I'm going to be sitting here eating liver and stuff. So I will supplement with freeze-dried liver, vitamin C, a multivitamin just to make sure, but I have to gain control back. I have lost control, and I'm about to tell you exactly how bad it's been over the past few days. So I went off of the carnivore diet 8 days ago. it has been nothing but a downward spiral until yesterday, my most shame-filled day, period. Yesterday, I was right back in that place where I was before I ever went on carnivore when I was 100 pounds overweight. I found myself back in that deep, dark place of binge eating sugar. Yesterday was like, okay, I'm going back on carnivore, so I ate some burger patties for lunch. By dinner time, I was balls deep in Oreo milkshakes and fried chicken sandwiches and cheese fries, okay? And I wasn't even hungry. These are just binges because I wanted sugar. I wasn't even hungry. I had eaten a bag of tortilla chips, a family-sized bag of tortilla chips with hummus, salsa, and peanut butter, alternating between the dips. And when I finished that, I decided to order Sonic. After I ate all that, I was so full that I felt sick. I felt disgusting. I was really disappointed in myself. And that was the worst binge that I had. But the day before that, I also ordered Sonic. I ate a cheese coney, chili cheese fries, and a cheesecake milkshake. Earlier in the day, I went to McDonald's, had a McChicken sandwich with a large fry. The day before that, I had a pumpkin waffle at Waffle House, toast, hash browns with cheese, bacon, eggs, like the whole freaking all-star breakfast. And then I also ordered a pizza, ate an entire medium Domino's pizza. The day before that, I also had McChicken sandwich with a vanilla milkshake and fries at McDonald's. So I have not been doing well. That is what trying to count calories and eat normally does to me. It sends me down a spiral of sugar addiction and binging junk food. You could say, oh, that's your choice, Cindy. You don't have to do that. But when you have a hormonal imbalance that affects your hunger signals, it is very, very, very difficult to combat those cravings. You can do it. I've done it before. I've managed to have willpower for days, weeks, sometimes even months at a time. But I am so out of control right now with my eating that I have to get control back immediately, or I'm going to gain back that 100 pounds in 3 months eating this way. It is not working and it is not worth it to me. I would rather be healthy. I would rather not be 100 pounds overweight. No matter what anyone says to me, eating the carnivore diet is far healthier for me than binging on McDonald's and Sonic 3 times a day and gaining 100 extra pounds. So I'm going back on strict carnivore, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs only until my cravings are under control, and then I'll branch out to, eat some other types of meats and cheeses and different things like I did before. The only thing that I do that's not on the strict carnivore diet, which I don't believe that you have to stick to a diet 100% to say that you're on that diet. I think like 90% is good. Even people like Dr. Kiltz, he eats french fries every once in a while. He'll have a glass of wine every once in a while. That's okay. You don't have to have 100% adherence to still be successful. Even in the world of like the primal and paleo diet, a lot of people do 80-20. That's still a little bit much for me. I need to do like 99% adherence, but I will still have the occasional drink of bourbon whenever I feel like it, and I'll still have my Diet Cokes because you can pry those from my cold dead hands. I am not ready to give up my Coke Zeros. I am very worried about my ability to regain control because I tried to do it yesterday and failed, but I also realized I had to get all the food out of my house that was not a carnivore food, except for a couple things that I have in there for my boyfriend that don't really tempt me. But like I had to get rid of things like my oatmeal, yogurt, things that I would be tempted to eat, things that I would be tempted to binge on, If you don't believe that the carnivore diet is healthy, that is your prerogative, that is your opinion, that is fine with me, doesn't bother me, doesn't impact my health. I do believe it is healthy for some people, not everyone. I will never try to push this diet on anyone or say it's a good diet for anyone else, but for me, it is the best thing I have ever found to help with my PCOS symptoms, my binge eating, my sugar addiction. It gets rid of all of that and very quickly. And just because I didn't do it the right way all the time because of my period of deep, dark depression doesn't mean that it can't be done correctly. It can. Lots of people do it for very long periods of time. There are people who've been on the carnivore diet for decades, but you can do your own research about that if you're interested in it. There are plenty of resources out there. I'm not here to be a carnivore diet resource. I'm just here to share my experience and what is working for me as a 40-year-old woman with PCOS who has huge issues with binging sugar due to my hormones. So I started to think, what was I doing when I first went on carnivore, when I was first successful with it? And I realized I was drinking a lot of iced coffee, sugar-free iced coffee. So I have ordered some stuff to make iced coffee from Walmart and a few other things. My grocery order is going to be here in just a few minutes, and I'll share with you guys what I bought to get restarted on carnivore again. This is a restart for me. I did not even weigh myself today because I am afraid. I know I've probably gained like 5 pounds. You don't even understand the amount of junk food I've eaten over the past 5 days. So I don't want to see, I don't want to know, because that's just going to cause me more trauma and more, you know, bad thoughts surrounding food. So I don't want to do that. I'm not going to weigh myself now. I probably won't weigh myself again until next month. Right now, I just want to focus on getting my cravings under control, getting myself back to a state of ketosis, and just taking control back, because I am out of control and I hate that feeling. Okay, I just got the text that my Walmart delivery is arriving. So once it gets here, I'm gonna bring everything in and show you guys what I got. Here we are in my kitchen with my terrible fluorescent overhead lights beaming down upon me. And I'm gonna show you what I got to restart my carnivore diet today. Now, I'm going out of town tomorrow for a concert, so I didn't want to get too much stuff, but I just wanted to get enough for like today, and then some stuff that I can use when I get back. So the first thing I got is a crock pot, y'all. I desperately needed a new crock pot. The old one did not make the move from Colorado, so I got myself just a small little 4-quart crock pot, classic crock pot here, and I'm gonna use this to cook roast in. I've really been missing roast beef, and that's one of the things that I used to eat a lot when I first started carnivore. It's just a big old hunk of roast beef with fat and butter and salt. It is so good. I love it. I missed it, and I got myself a crock pot, and we're gonna make a roast today, actually. I'm gonna have it for dinner tonight. I've been thinking about what I was doing when I first started carnivore compared to now, and I'm trying to go back and recreate those early days when I was losing a lot of weight, and I was doing it in a pretty healthy way. So I was really alternating between eating roast beef, burger patties, and steak. I like beef the most. Occasionally I would have chicken wings or maybe some pork sausage or something like that, but for the most part I try to stick to ruminants like beef. I also bought myself a couple more ice trays because I only have one ice tray and I keep running out of ice all the time. So I bought 2 more ice trays so I can make sure I have plenty of ice in my freezer all the time. And I like these just classic, cheap, little cracky ice trays that you just crack the ice out of, you know? I tried to use like the fancier silicone ones, and I just don't like them. I prefer these cheapies. So of course, since I got my crock pot, I had to get something to cook in the crock pot, and I got myself a chuck roast right here. This will make a lot of meat for me. This will feed me probably like 3 or 4 meals, depending on how hungry I am. Maybe 2 meals if I'm really hungry, because I'm trying to go back into keto. But this is 2.35 pounds of chuck roast that we are going to season and cook up here in just a little bit. If you are an old school watcher, if you were watching my channel way before the Andrew bullshit, you will remember that I used to drink this Starbucks cold brew all the time when I first started carnivore. So I got myself some more of this. This is just the cold brew coffee concentrate, and then I mixed this with cream and water and some Torani sugar-free syrup. I got hazelnut because that's my favorite flavor. But they also have vanilla, French vanilla, caramel. They have a lot of different sugar-free Torani flavors. So we're gonna make some iced coffee today as well. And I haven't done that in a long time. But you know, I love the Starbucks iced coffee, so I just recreate that at home. And it's so much cheaper. Plus I can have different flavors besides vanilla because Starbucks only has sugar-free vanilla. To go with my pot roast, I'm also gonna make some bacon and cheddar deviled eggs. I think I'm gonna have time to make those today, hopefully. If not, I'll make them when I get back. But I bought some fresh chives to chop and put on top of those. I don't mind using herbs and seasonings on the carnivore diet. I will use them very sparingly. It's just I'm not gonna eat a whole ass salad or a whole side of broccoli or something like that, because it's too slippery of a slope for me. And because I'm super lazy and didn't want to hard-boiled eggs, I bought some pre-hard-boiled eggs to make my deviled eggs with. That'll make it so much easier. At Walmart, you can buy these hard-boiled eggs already boiled for you. Yeah, they're not the highest quality. They're not as good as the Vital Farms eggs, but sometimes I just need to eat something quickly, and these are a really good option, and they're super cheap too. I bought some sliced pepper jack cheese. I am gonna try not to eat a lot of cheese, maybe just like 1 serving per day. But when I have burger patties, I gotta have cheese on them. I can't just eat a plain burger patty. I've tried, I don't enjoy it. I like to have cheese melted on it. So I wanted to get something better than the standard American cheese that I usually eat. So I got this pepper jack, sliced Monterey Jack natural cheese with jalapeno and habanero peppers. Once again, I'll eat a few peppers. I'll eat a few. I consider peppers to be like a seasoning or an herb in this, and I think that's fine. that doesn't cause me any problems. You have to know yourself and like what foods are triggering for you. I also got some of these keto test strips so I can know when I go into ketosis. I know there's controversy around these. Some people think that they don't work correctly because you can be in keto and still not show up as being in keto on these strips. For me, when I'm first trying to get myself back into ketosis, when I'm starting a low carb diet again, these are helpful. I bought just a little cheap pack of these so I can test myself and see when I finally go back into keto. I got my favorite Applegate Farms no sugar uncured bacon. This is frozen, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge to thaw out a little bit. I need to use this in my deviled eggs recipe, but I am going to try and thaw it in the fridge. If it's not thawed by this afternoon, then I'll just put it in some cold water to thaw out. And finally, the last thing that I got is this package of frozen hamburger patties that I get from Walmart. This is a really cheap way to get easy meat to prepare in the air fryer. I used to buy these all the time when I first started the carnivore diet because I can just throw 3 or 4 of these in the air fryer, cook them up in like 8 minutes, melt some cheese on there and have a meal, or put butter and bacon, whatever you want to do. I really like these too. They're pretty tasty, and I like that I can store them in the freezer and they're easy, like they're not going to go bad. They're easy to get just 1 or 2 out or whatever you need. So yeah, I got those. I did not get any steak because I don't like Walmart steak typically, unless I'm going to be cooking it on a charcoal grill. But if I make it in the air fryer, I can really tell a difference in quality, and I would rather get my steak from the little local grocery store down the street. But I'm not going to do that until I get back because I don't want to have steak sitting in my fridge. So today I'm going to have the pot roast and deviled eggs if I get around to making them, and I have the burger patties in the fridge that I can have for when I get back, so at least I have food here. And today I am also going to brunch with my friend Abby at 10 a.m. and I'm going to eat a carnivore diet there. We're going to go to the Pancake Shop, which is my favorite breakfast restaurant in Hot Springs. I just came back in the kitchen and realized there were 2 more things I got that I forgot to show you because they were so small. This Mediterranean sea salt grinder. I love to have this coarse salt on my meat. It just gives it a good texture, good flavor, and it's a good way for me to get more sodium in my diet, which you need way more sodium when you're on a keto or carnivore diet. So I like to have one of those salt grinders on hand. And then I also got some organic ground mustard, which I'm going to use to make my deviled eggs. My deviled egg recipe later. I might make the deviled eggs in today's members only live stream. I think that would be a really fun thing for us to do. So yeah, we're gonna do that. If you want to join me for my members only live streams, make sure to click the little join button down below. There's also a link in the description box. I stream every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And this is just a little closed live stream that I do with my members so we can chat and hang out, and my members can interact with me directly and ask me questions directly and stuff like that. I always publish the playback of the live stream the next day, but it's just like a fun little hangout that we can do, and it's nice because I really get to interact with my members because there's so few of us there. So if you'd like to join, make sure to click that button down below. Just throwing that out there. Gotta do my little members live stream spiel. But right now I'm about to open up this crock pot so we can get this roast started, and then I gotta go get ready for my brunch. So because it's just me, I got a smaller size crock pot. This is just a little bit smaller than the one I used to have at the old house. I think I used to have a 4.5 quart, and this is a 4 quart, which is the perfect size just to make a little roast for me. Okay, let's take her out of the box here. Why do they make it so hard to take it out of the box? There we go, I'll just turn it upside down. Take the styrofoam off. All right, we've got ourselves a little crock pot here, y'all. I don't really need a manual for a crock pot, but it comes with one, I guess, if you don't know how to use it. I got a very basic one. So basically it just has off, low, high, and warm. Those are the only settings. So I'm gonna take the crock part of the crock pot and give this a good, I'm gonna wash it out with soap and water and rinse it out before we use it for the first time. Just because you never know, you know, what's been going on with this. It is new, but I always like to wash out my appliances before the first time I use them, if I'm gonna be using it for food purposes. So I'm gonna use some of my homemade dish soap here, which I love. I'm getting kind of low on that, but I'll make some more when the time comes. And then I'm just going to give this a quick little wash out and rinse it out before we use it, and dry it off with a dish towel too. I have a sink sprayer. It doesn't work very well. It's kind of cheap and crappy, but you know, I can't complain. At least I have one. I've had kitchens before that didn't have a sink sprayer, and it's unbearable to me. I like a sprayer. I'm gonna get a clean dish towel, and if you haven't seen my adorable dish towels, look at these. They have little red mushrooms and little forest animals on them. I love these so much. I got them at Hobby Lobby. a while ago when I first moved back to Hot Springs. We're gonna dry that off and then go put it back in the crock pot. Okay, all clean and dry, and now we're gonna get our roast ready to put in. So I'm just gonna take a pair of scissors and open up this chuck roast. It's a very good looking roast. I've had it sitting out on the counter for about 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna use my favorite seasoning, which is the McCormick roasted garlic and herb seasoning. I like this because it doesn't have any sugar in it. The only ingredients are salt, onion, spices, and herbs, including paprika, roasted garlic, annatto, citric acid, dill weed oil, and extractives of coriander, whatever the hell that means. But anyway, no sugar. It's also very tasty on like every kind of meat. So I am gonna season the top of this roast, and I don't sear it before I put it in the crock pot. I know a lot of people do, and you can, but I don't. To me, that's just a lot of hassle and more dirty dishes than I want to deal with. But what I do is just season it on all sides. And actually, I think I'm gonna put it in the crock pot and finish seasoning it. And I don't put any liquid or anything in here with my roast either. I'm just gonna season it on all sides and turn the crock pot on and let it cook. And a lot of liquid and fat will cook out of it. So you really don't need to add any additional liquid, is what I found. And I think that's how it turns out the best for me, personally. Or at least to my taste, anyway. Okay. It's all seasoned up. I'm gonna put the lid on the crock pot. And then I'm gonna turn it on low and let it cook for about 7 or 8 hours. And then I will have my dinner tonight. Okay, y'all, I am ready for brunch. So I'm just wearing my pink moth shirt and some skinny jeans and my Doc Martens. I'm also wearing some pink lipstick. This is the Lady Gaga lipstick that a subscriber sent me a while ago, and I love it. It's a little sticky, but not too bad. It looks good with my pink shirt, I think. The color of the day today is topaz, and topaz can be many different colors, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. But to me, classic topaz is kind of like a yellowish brown color. And the only shirt I have that's even close to that color is dirty, so I just went with a moth shirt. The classic. One of my favorite shirts ever. Also given to me by a subscriber. Thank you so much. I wear this all the time. You must know that. So it is also cold outside, and it's about to start raining. There's an 80% chance of rain at 10 o'clock, which is when I'm meeting Abby downtown. And it's like 69 degrees. So I think today is the first day I'm going to get to wear a sweater outside, and I'm so excited. So I am actually going to wear my huge, oversized black sweater that I found at the Goodwill bins. I don't know why that's not focusing, sorry. Here's how it looks. It's really huge and oversized, but I love it. It's so comfy and cozy, and sweater season is finally here, sort of. Like, I feel like today is just an off day because September in Arkansas is usually really hot, but because it's rainy and it's kind of early in the morning, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to wear my sweater out. And I know it's going to be freezing in the restaurant too, but really we have about a month before it's true sweater season. But I'm going to take advantage of these cooler days. I am leaving a few minutes early because I want to make sure I can find a place to park and still not be late for our date. And it's supposed to be raining downtown. I don't know, it's Wednesday, so I don't think the traffic's going to be too bad. Wednesday after Labor Day downtown is usually not too bad. I can usually find a pretty decent parking spot, but I just want to make sure I have plenty of time to park and meet Abby. It is a beautiful overcast gray day, my favorite kind of day. Also, I've got to get gas. I only have 65 miles left in my gas tank, but I don't have time to do it now. I'll have to do it on the way home. I just keep putting it off, and I'm like, damn it, I gotta get gas now or I'm gonna end up on the side of the road. So I'm driving over the mountain. It is so incredibly beautiful. I wish I could show it to you, and maybe I'll try to show you a little bit when I get on the other side. And I'm listening to the Midnight today to get myself hyped up for the concert. My boyfriend and I are leaving for Dallas tomorrow. The concert is tomorrow night, and it's only a 4-hour drive from here, so we're just going to drive out tomorrow morning, get checked into our hotel, and go see the show, and then drive back the next day. I'm super excited because this is our first time ever going to a concert together, and he's going to see a side of me he has never seen before, because I'm going to dance like a maniac at that show. I love seeing the Midnight. They are fantastic live. Right now I'm listening to the song Los Angeles, which is usually their closer for the concerts that I've been to, that I've seen them. They usually use that song as a closer, and it is fantastic. But I love everything they've ever done, which is why they're one of my top 5 favorite bands. If you like synthwave or music that's very nostalgic, if you were an 80s kid and 90s kid like me, you'll probably like the Midnight. Here's some views of driving up the mountain, you guys. I can't show you too much because I gotta pay attention to the road, but I just wanted to see how beautiful it is. Everything's still green. It's not quite fall, but it's like right on the cusp, you know? Right on the cusp of summer and fall. It's a beautiful time of year, and especially when the skies are gray. I love it. Well, I'm about 10 minutes early, so I decided to park at the end of downtown by St. Mary's Church, and I'm gonna walk down to the pancake shop to get a little exercise and just to kind of enjoy the weather. It's not raining yet. Hopefully it's not raining on my way back, because that's gonna suck. Didn't think about that. But that's all right. Since I'm going home, it'll be fine. It's not raining now, and I should be able to make it to the pancake shop relatively unscathed. So here's the church where I'm parking, and I've got a couple blocks to walk down to the pancake shop. Should make it there right about 10. There's the lovely fountain here on the corner of Park and Central, and some of the trees are just barely starting to change for fall, I can tell. But here's a view of downtown. These trees are starting to lose their leaves, as you can see. Nobody swept it up yet. But I'm just gonna walk down here until I get to the pancake shop, y'all. It's a beautiful, lovely day. I'm wearing my sweater, which is a little bit warm for it. So I just kind of like rolled up the sleeves, and I'm gonna go with that for now. If it gets too hot, I'll just take it off and tie it around my waist or something. Hey, here I am at the pancake shop. I was there before I even realized it. Now I'm gonna text Abby and let her know I'm here. And once she shows up, we're gonna go in and get some brunch, y'all. I'm looking forward to a sausage omelet this morning. They have the best homemade sausage here. Abby says she's on the way, but I wanted to show you guys this little sign. It says the pancake shop. Our oranges are fresh squeezed. If you like orange juice, they have fresh squeezed orange juice in here. It's awesome. And I love little pumpkin decor.
Hi! You guys look great. I haven't seen you. Oh, yeah, I am not a paid actor being paid to be Cindy's female friend.
Oh, they totally bought that. They totally bought it. I've taken you guys to the pancake shop before. It's my favorite breakfast place. But here's the menu again, in case you forgot. I am gonna get a sausage omelet with salsa and coffee. I need coffee. So we got our coffee on our little saucer. It's so cute, and they bring you fresh cream here. I love that. Although this thing is really hard for me to pour, and I usually spill it everywhere. Oh, I didn't that time. Kind of, a little bit. Not too bad. They have really good coffee here. Abby ordered a pancake, y'all, and look at the size of it. It is the size of the plate. Wow. You only need one of those, seriously. And then here's my sausage omelet, and she's bringing me some salsa. They make the sausage here locally, and it is so good. That's why I always get sausage omelet here. And here's my omelet with the salsa, which I still eat even though I'm on carnivore. Salsa is one of those condiments that doesn't send me down a spiral of sugar binge. We are leaving the restaurant now and walking back down to the church where we parked. And it is still a beautiful day, and it's still not raining. Yay! But I did have to take my sweater off because it got a little warm. It's like, I think it's like in the early 70s? Lower 70s, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like 72 or something. So a little warm for a sweater, but still really nice for walking. Well, I had a lovely breakfast with Abby. It was so nice to see her and get caught up. I spent a lot of my adult life without any friends, so the friends that I do have now are really super important to me. I am driving back home, driving back over the mountain. It's still beautiful and overcast, but not raining, thank goodness. And, oh no, it's starting to sprinkle. I see sprinkles on my window, but that's okay because I'm in the car. I made it. So yeah, I'm gonna drive back, gonna enjoy listening to the midnight and just enjoying the lovely scenery. And I will see you guys when we get back home. I'm gonna make some iced coffee. God knows, I just drank 2 cups of coffee at the restaurant and a cup of coffee at home this morning, but I need more to get me through this day. I've still got to edit this video, do my members only live stream, and get ready for my boyfriend coming over tonight. So still got a lot to do today, and that iced coffee is gonna help power me through. Had to stop on my way home and get some gas, y'all, because I was like 48 miles to empty, and I didn't want to risk it any further than that. So I'm gonna get some gas and then head home and start getting ready for my therapy, which I have in an hour. My vlog just wouldn't be complete if I didn't show you this glorious fueling up footage. There it is. I know you want it, I know you need it. Gas is $3.17 a gallon. It's a little high right now. So I just walked in my apartment and it smells so good in here from the roast cooking. Oh my God. Luckily I'm full from my breakfast, or I would be salivating at the smell of this roast, y'all. It smells really good. Let's go check on it. Ooh, it's starting to look good. I don't like to open it, but I'm gonna open it and show you what it looks like so far. There we go. Okay, close it back up. It's still got several hours left to cook. Also, you may notice in the background that I still have a fruit basket here, even though I'm no longer eating fruit. I am saving this for my boyfriend because he likes fruit, so I'm gonna leave this here for him to eat. Okay, it is time for the dogs' midday walk. So I'm gonna get them harnessed up and take them out for a short little walk. Yes, I am, before it starts raining. It was raining just a little bit when I pulled up, but not too badly, so I think we should be able to get a little walk in. And then I'm gonna bring them in, and I gotta give Bella her medicine for the second time today. Come here, Bells. How you doing, Pumpkin? She seems to be doing a lot better lately since she's been on her medication. Yes. I'm trying to encourage her not to jump up too much still because I don't want to injure her back. All right, sit down, Morty. Let's get your leash on. Come here, Bell. You ready to go outside? Yes, you are. Okay, let's go, pups. It is definitely starting to rain on us. Uh-oh, I'm tangled up. Gotta step over the leashes. It is definitely starting to rain on us. I have my therapy in 45 minutes, but I'm gonna walk the dogs for probably 10 or 15 minutes unless it starts pouring down on us. And then I gotta go in, make an iced coffee, open a package, and wrap this vlog up and get ready for my therapy session. What do you see, Morty boy? What do you see? He sees something in the woods, y'all. He gets very attentive when he hears or sees something in the woods. But man, what a beautiful day. And it's just barely sprinkling right now. Hopefully it stays this way. Nope, the rain's getting heavier, definitely. Oh well, I'm gonna keep them out as long as I can. So these little flowers right here that grow back behind my apartment, and they grow all over Arkansas, especially around hot springs and this rocky soil that you see right here. These are called sneezeweed or bitter sneezeweed. I don't know why they're called that. Maybe they make you sneeze, but they are very pretty. Little yellow wildflowers that grow all throughout summer and into the fall here. I'd like to gather and press some of these and even see if they have any medicinal properties since they are so abundant in my area. Okay, we're back inside from our midday walk and it's starting to rain, but not too badly yet. And I'm just gonna take the dogs, take their leashes and harnesses off. We're gonna go give Bella her medication. She has to have it 3 times a day. 2 of the medications she has 3 times a day. One of them she only has once a day. But I've already given that to her this morning. So yeah, I want to make sure she's comfortable. Yes, I do, pumpkins, yes. And as I showed you guys in my previous vlog, I just give Bella her medication by putting it in some peanut butter, and she eats it right down. I've had no problems at all with this. It's very easy to do. So I just get some peanut butter on a knife and just put her medicine in there and just kind of cover it, the whole thing in peanut butter. And then I just feed it to her like this. Now, Belle, you ready for your meds? There you go, Pumpkin. I have to make sure Morty doesn't get it out of my hand. He wants some too, because he's a good boy. So I just give Morty a little bit of peanut butter with no medicine in it, and he's happy. So now I'm gonna do the same thing for her second little pill here. So she's taking a muscle relaxer, a pain medication, and a steroid. This is messy and gross, but it does work. And she's able to take her medication with no issues. Oh, you want to lick it off my fingers? There you go. She loves it. Okay, you probably shouldn't be jumping though, honey. I'm sorry. You should not be jumping up. And then, of course, we're going to give Morty one more clump of peanut butter. There you go. Good boy. All right, y'all. Now it's time to make some iced coffee. Better than you would get at Starbucks. Let me show you how I do it. I have all of my ingredients here. I have ice, Starbucks cold brew concentrate, my Torani sugar-free syrup, and some half and half. And I'm gonna be making this in my favorite skull tumbler. So first thing I'm gonna do is put some ice in, obviously. Want it to be nice and cold. I need to wash my new ice trays too, so I can use those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna do 6 ice cubes. That looks like a good amount. Fills it up to about right there. Then we're gonna add in the cold brew. So according to the package directions, a serving size is 3/4 of a cup. I gotta remember how I used to make this. So it says fill your favorite glass with ice, pour 4 fluid ounces of concentrate, and add 4 fluid ounces of water and enjoy. It says to prepare a larger serving, use a 1-to-1 ratio of water and concentrate. So maybe I'll do 6 and 6. We'll do 6 ounces of each, so we have 12 ounces of coffee, and then we'll add our cream and syrup too. So 6 ounces is about 3/4 of a cup, so that's what it said a serving size is anyway. So I'm just gonna get it as close as possible to 6 ounces. We're gonna pour that into our cup here. And that comes about all the way up to the ice, so that's nice. Then And I'm gonna go get 6 ounces of spring water out of my refrigerator. I'm getting kind of low on my spring water. I'm gonna need to go fill it up soon, but I'm not gonna do that until we get back. Oh my God, y'all. Shit. I just dropped, oh my God, I just broke my measuring cup all over the floor. Son of a bitch. I gotta get the dogs out of here. Okay, y'all, I have got to start cleaning this up the best I can. I hate breaking glass on the floor because I know that I never get all the little shards, and one of them is just gonna stick in my foot in the middle of the night, or the dogs. Jesus. So I'm gonna start just by picking up all of the big pieces and being very careful not to cut myself. And damn it, I've had this measuring cup for so long. I think my mom may have given it to me. But I gotta start getting these big pieces into the trash. I cannot believe I did this, y'all. I don't even want to put my hands on the ground because I can see little shards. This sucks. Nope, Morty, get back, get back. I gotta keep the dogs away so that they don't get any glass in their paws, y'all. Well, I swept up what I could, but I could still see some shards of glass in the carpet right here. So I got the vacuum cleaner out and I'm gonna vacuum right around here and try to get the rest of it up. Well, I did the best I could with broom and vacuum. Hopefully I got all the glass shards up. I know one time I broke a pickle jar right there and I was still finding glass shards like 2 weeks later. So it makes me very nervous about walking in here barefoot and also about the dogs. But I got everything up that I could possibly see. Luckily, I do have another larger Pyrex measuring cup, so I was able to measure out my 6 ounces of water. I'm gonna pour that into my cup now. We're gonna continue with making our iced coffee after that disaster. Then I've got my measuring spoon here and I'm gonna measure out 2 tablespoons of hazelnut, sugar-free hazelnut syrup. That is a serving size and it's right about the right amount for me. So 1 and 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with my half and half. So I'm gonna measure out about 2 tablespoons of half and half. 1 and 2. And then I'll see if I need more cream. But I'm gonna get out one of my metal straws and stir this all up. Oh no, I think that's perfect. So here's how it looks. Hopefully you can see that. It's a nice brown mocha color. Let's taste it. Oh, that's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's delicious. I have a little less than 15 minutes before my therapy session, so I wanted to go ahead and open up this package that I received from a subscriber that was in my P.O. box on Monday. I'm gonna go back and check my P.O. box either this afternoon or in the morning, so if you've sent me anything recently, hopefully it'll be in there. But right now, this is the only package I have to open, so let's see what we've got here. Oh, the note is stuck to the item. Okay, so the item that I have here is, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Let me pull the note off so I can show you the book. This is Jude's Herbal Home Remedies. Oh my God, I absolutely love this. Thank you so much. More than 800 natural health, beauty, and home care secrets. I love books like this. Always gives me more to research and more to practice with. And this is from Carly. Thank you so much, Carly. She has enjoyed my herbal recipes and she's sending me a copy of her mom's book of herbal recipes. Oh my God, that is awesome. Thank you so much. This is Carly's Herbal Adventures, Carly Wall, author and blogger. I'm just gonna put this on the screen so you guys can see it if you wanna check out her website here. And all of her information is there if you want to check that out. Thank you so much, Carly. I truly appreciate this. And I can't wait to look through these and make some of these recipes. That is awesome. I can never get enough of herbal books, y'all. And I have so many still to read. Okay, y'all, I have got to go get ready for my therapy session. All I have to do is go log in on my computer because it's virtual, but still, I like to get there a few minutes early, make sure everything's working properly and get logged in and stuff. So thank you guys so much for spending this lovely morning with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you who watches. Don't forget to join if you want to become a channel member because in about 2 hours, I'm going to be live streaming for my members and I would love to have you join me for those. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!